you for the word. I'm out here in the garden, out here in the outdoor garden. I come out here and show the update. I went ahead and it's windy, so I'm not putting the lid on today, but got these replanted. It's warm enough, good warm up, so I'll have to maybe throw a cover over this tonight, but I don't know how I'm not if I'm going to bring anything in or not. So, but anyways, talk about self-sufficiency, self-reliance. Now, grow now, grow now, grow now, not call now, grow now. So most people aren't growing anything. 1%, less than 1% of the U.S. populace is growing their own food. During the Second World War, now we're in the third, 40% of the U.S. populace, because of Victory Gardens, grew their own garden. So anyways, we're just getting some of these starts. So this is the first day, so we'll get bigger from here. I've got lettuce and put some radishes until those radishes will grow quick. So probably before all that lettuce grows into that, I'll be able to pull those radishes was the plan. Some onions here. We've got broccoli, peas, cauliflower, carrots. We're growing some carrots over there. What else we got going in here? Broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, peas. Oh, we got cucumbers going in here, some seeds, peppers. There's more onions and some more lettuce starts that we did. So, anyways, out here in the garden. This is the outdoor garden. I built this out of cooler doors. You know, like in a cooler, you're inside the cooler. But anyway, so I built this wall. It's got a heater on the other side, so you could heat this up at the end of the season. We'll step outside. I'll show you what it looks like from the outside here. So it's got the doors that shut. They're magnetic, you know. Step back here. There's a shot of it. I got to put the lid on it, but I guess it's got that heater there. So you're getting first shot. It's got the stovepipe. So get a fire going in here. I'm going to put some kind of cover over that. That was just a start. Probably take that and have that door. I'll put some more cover, kind of help hold that heat back in there a little bit. So anyways, this is the great wall here, right? No, I got some obsidian there. Obsidian in the walls. So, there's Mr. Nugget. What's going on, Mr. Nugget? So, there's a shot again. See, as you can see, beer cooler doors. So, shot of it from the outside. I still got to put the lid on it. So, Bud Light. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we don't want to hear your Bud Light thing. So, what's going on there? Hold on, somebody. What do I got here? Oh no. What we got there? Whoa, what's going on with this phone? Come on now. Okay, nothing. All right, so anyways, this out here in the high desert, we're out on the edge of here's Summer Lake on the other side of here. I'm in Silver Lake. Got Anna Reservoir over there, Duncan Reservoir, the woods. So hanging out here with the puppy and Mr. Nuggy Boy's over here. He pretty much hangs out here. So let's go inside and check out the garden. So once again, the doors, they're all magnetic. So I got a set of these, and then I ended up using 2 big sliding glass doors to make up this side. I've got the roofing right here for now, but And then, so it's not super huge, but good enough to get this all going. We'll try to grow it out as much as we can in here. And like I said, I've got this so I can put everything up on the racks and get it whatever off the ground or as I grow. So thanks for coming in. If I do a live stream, again, if you saw from the outside, this all heats up. I won't have this on here, but this all has rock filling all of this. What are you doing, Mr. Nugget? So there's lava rock in behind here. So if you light the wood stove, all this will heat up. You know, at the end of the season, you'll be able to light this stove and keep this area warm for the 2 or 3 hours, hopefully, that the cold part of the first, you know, right before the sun comes up is when it's the coldest. So anyways, more growth out here. As I told you, most people are not very self-reliant anymore. 40% of the U.S. populace during the Second World War grew their own food, some kind of food, chickens or something. Yeah, the chickens got in here. Look, chicken there. One there with this gobbled on that. So got to make sure the chickens don't get in here. They're all up there. They're like puppies. We go check out the chickens a little bit there. So they'll be laying me poop to fertilize all this. I'll be making fertilizer when all this is ready, you know, enough to, I mean, we're just getting started. So we'll just keep growing from here. So this is, again, the inside. This is something that I built out of scraps, all repurposed material. So that's how I roll out here in the desert. Everything I do is repurpose. Reduce, renew, repurpose. There's the old gate that I built. Remember what we did? We did get so I will, hey, gates, I got some that we used too, but I only had to buy one new one. I wanted one for the front gate, or the front one. That one's heavy, hard to open and close. So, but either way, the onions, we'll see what happens here. Lettuce, hopefully that'll grow. We can keep, you know, the idea is to keep growing as much of this as I can, feed it to the chickens. You know, I'll eat as much as I can, but I won't waste it because the chickens will eat whatever I can eat. So we got all kinds of cauliflower, broccoli, carrots, peas, radishes, onions. We don't have any potatoes going yet, but we'll get some taters going. Little salad bowls. So you'll be able to come out here and pick out some lettuce here. So hopefully we can get through some of these cold nights, because we do have some cold nights. Like I said, I need to get the lid on it. I was going to put the lid on it today, but it's windy out here, so I'm going to hold off. I want to make sure it's a nice still day. So you got any of these seed vaults? That's a seed vault. You guys have any seed vaults? You know what a seed vault is? This right here grows 2,300 over a ton, a whole ton of food in that. And then you can keep regrowing non-hybrid, so non-genetically modified, open pollinated. That's what that is. That means you can keep regrowing the same seeds year after year. What's this one got? We have some seeds germinating here, some germinating over here. So with this, you get green beans, carrots, corn, cucumbers, cantaloupes, onions, peas, bell peppers, lettuce, romaine, spinach, squash, tomatoes, and zucchini. Sound like a good garden? Yeah, you can fill in the blanks with others, you know, but this all these has a harvest, which zones you're in, the whole deal. So there we go. Do you have a seed vault? How many seeds do you have put away? There's 8,000 seeds. Over 8,000 seeds. Come on, focus, silly little camera. 4G, baby, out here in the desert. We don't have 5G. There's no 5G out here. So 5G is a weapon. So 1 pound of seeds equals 8,000 seeds. So get stocked up now. Be a stalker before it's too late. And they cut off the seed vaults. The government has seeds. How come you don't? Don't you want to be like the government that loves you? They're always going to be there to save you. and grow you food, fluoridated and chloridated water, and spray it with the bugs. You'll eat the bugs. You'll own nothing and you'll be happy. So, all right, what's going on? What's happening? What's going on in your neck of the woods? YouTube. Oh, what's going on here? I don't know what I just did. Oh, I just put on some kind of lamp. Let's not do that. We don't need a filter. So out here in the desert, out here in the garden, growing some food here for the chickens and myself and whoever else wants to share food. You know, abundance to be charitable, right? So let's do this, right? Most people are like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go to the store. It'll always be there. I won't have to worry about it. Okay, whatever, man. So what are you doing? What's going on? I'm out here in the garden, watching it grow, like watching lettuce grow, like weeds grow. No herbs in here. We got chives, well, onions. I didn't get any herbs. No cilantro, coriander. Sowing seeds. We're sprouting them. So who's got a seed ball? Put a one in the chat. You guys just gonna shut up and be quiet, not say anything? Just watch it grow. You guys in here just watching us grow? That's what we do out here in the ministry. There's always something going on out here. There's 50 things going on at one time. No, let's not spread ourselves like butter. Parquet, butter. So, either words, growing. Want to give you guys an update. Came out here and replanted. Got all these going, you know, repotted, uppotted, upsized. I upsold them. So, upsold. Upsell. Thank you, Father, for the ability to grow the land. Lots of land. Have plenty of acres. 40 acres. That's more than any man should. One man. I don't need that much, but that's all right. This 20 is for the ministry. The other 20 that I'll build a house over there someday. Got to get this all done first, though. Just bought another house out here for the ministry, so that way we can go on the grid and put all this stuff in a freeze dryer. Heck yeah, or you freeze dry some lettuce. I don't think we're gonna freeze dry lettuce, but Mr. Nugget, what are you doing, Mr. Nugget? Look at the kitties out here. What are you doing, Mr. Nugget boy? Hanging out with the puppy. Puppies out there. Say something. You guys stop being so the silent majority. I did a stream earlier, talked about the silent majority. I'm going to lay over here, come hang out. What are you doing, Mr. Nugget? Yeah, so this will hopefully keep the mules, the animules out of here. The chicken got in there earlier and wreaked some havoc on the, I think that is broccoli. The broccoli. Look at that big old kitty. That's a big cat. What's going on, 8 of you? All 8 of you guys shadow banned? Are you guys saying anything? Let's, if you can hear me, or a 5x5. All is. Let's see if let's unfilter the spam. No, let's filter out the spam. Let's filter out the spam. What's going on, LM? Thanks for coming back again. Good to see you again. There we are. All right, so we're out here in the garden. See, they're filtering my message for Nelly, like a bowling alley. They see me bowling, they hate it. Oh. So get it bowling. So we're growing. How's it growing? How's it growing? So we got the vegetable starts here. Here, let's flip you around here and look at my face. So onions, we got peas going. There's onions, carrots. We're starting some germination, germinating some seeds there. What's wrong with you? So But all right, peas, broccoli, cauliflower. We've got onions. What do we got back there? Broccoli. Yeah, broccoli. There's cauliflower in here. More peas. Oh, made some lettuce bowls, a little. So those probably sprout up. Iceberg. We've got the other, what is that? The mescaline. The mescaline salad, the mix. That's this right here. And then the butter crunch. So more peas. These were sprouted out from a start. Oh, I apologize. Bending over there. I was painting the other day. So this inside garden, this garden is the outdoor garden. It's all made out of repurposed material. Garden doors are these are cooler doors. Like when you go in a cooler, when you go to a walk-in cooler, they got the 3-door coolers or whatever. So yeah, there we go. That's what I'm saying. It's just getting a start. It's a little early in the season, but I want to get this stuff going. So we got another couple cold nights, but we should be able to get past, hopefully. As I say, get this stuff kind of hard and get it used to the it's a desert out here, so I need to put the lid on it. I purchased the lid, so I'm gonna have to do this, but the wind's blowing today, so I don't want to be trying to wrestle panels when it's out here in the cold. So but we got all the blocking up, so this should keep some pretty good temperature, I'm hoping, in here. And then if it gets too cold, we'll light the fire. That's what all this is about. This shelf back here is all concrete, there's all lava rock in behind there. It's all ice, concreted it all in. So let's go out front here real quick, and we'll flip around and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. So this is walked out. This is the cooler. These are the 3 cooler doors. There's 3 on each side. I took the other side of this and I put the 2 sliding glass doors, and then I built this wall right here to put for the cold. At the end of the season, I can start a fire in here and heat up this whole wall and the rock behind it and go for thermal mass. I didn't want the whole wood stove inside of the building. I figured it would be too hot in that smaller building, and it'd make it, I could extend it out, open the cooler doors, just keep going that way. So that's possible. They got 6 doors. It's a 6-door garden. You ever heard of a 6-door garden with a wood stove to heat it? I couldn't find anybody online who's done this. I was like, what the heck? I'll just do it and see. You got little places to put your little. Oh man, actually that wood stove shifted. I got to get there and push that over the wood. Hold on. Apologize. There we go. I'll just backfill a little bit too, because I plan on doing the other side. So, but anyways, a little, all repurposed. Here we go. So I was just banging on that a little bit, but we'll go back and do a little bit. I got to put some concrete on the back side of it too. So, but anyways, building, getting the floor started. This is where the outdoor garden's going to go. You know what I'm saying? So we use these cool rocks here as the, look at that piece of lava rock there. So we'll build a little wall out here, and you can do, this is where I want to do the outdoor garden and the outdoor kitchen. So you can hang out here. And then probably on the other side of this is where, out over here on this end, when it extends out, will be the oh, look at that dust, picking up all those tumbleweeds. You guys see all those tumbleweeds inside of that dirt devil there? Ooh, yeah. But my camera sucks. You can see them spinning around out there. Sometimes those things get huge out here. Anyways, but here's some more. We'll eventually repurpose this door here that came out of a building. But again, it's got little shelves to put little candles on or whatever, if you wanted to hang out, hang outside, put some tea light candles out there, start a fire, put your adult beverage there if you're one of those adult beverage type of people or whatever. So I'm a water type of guy. But yeah, anyway, it's all repurposed materials, stuff that's this block, the same stuff that's right down here that I built it. So there's my boy. He's hanging out with the dad. The birds are up front. Kitties, I'm down to one kitty and one puppy. So let's go inside the garden, guys, for a minute. You can check out what we got going here. Shut the door behind me. It's got the magnetic doors, so normally it shuts on its own. Hey, don't shut it so hard. All you gotta do is just barely shut it. It's because it's magnetic. Oop. Okay, there we go. trying too hard. So yeah, there's the boy. So Nugget ran off Yasher boy while I was gone, so I don't have Yasher anymore, but Nugget seems to have taken up over here, so I can't be mad at Nugget. Juniper's not fixed, and Juniper went into heat, so I'm sure he's like, hey, I'm a lot bigger than you, and Yasher wasn't a small kitty, so, but it is what it is. And then I had to put Tango down because he got too old and his stomach turned on him, and so I ended up having to put my big guy down. So I got 13 years with him. I miss him so much, constantly, like I miss my son. Father's just stripping everything away from me, but that's the way he works in my life. All I have is you guys now. I don't have friends or family, so I have you guys. That's all I have is this ministry. So Father is taking everything else from me. So, hallelujah. Father doesn't make mistakes. Onions. There's radishes around the outside, lettuce, buttercup, iceberg, mesclun, broccoli, cauliflower, more lettuce, another little lettuce back there. That looks like a radish. I kind of mixed it up, put different things in different summer and the terracotta, and so, but it's all just a work in progress. Just like me, I got to just keep going. You have to endure to the end. You can't check out early, no matter how horrible Father makes my life. I got to try to make the best of what I have, work with what I got. So that's the way it works. Difficult is the path a bird cannot achieve, lift without resistance. So it's that narrow is the way, difficult is the path. Oh, there's my water. Let me get a drink here. A little purple lettuce there. Purple lettuce, purple lettuce. Hee. All right, so we're in the garden, guys. We're out here in the garden. I haven't put the lid on it. I've got the lid in the next day or 2 or 3 or 5 or whenever. Leave myself some wiggle room. Leave yourself an out. That's a driving thing. If you were at a CDL, you'd know that. So, but we'll put this lid on it, and that'll help seal it up. I feel a lot better if it was on, and I wanted to do it today, but the wind's blowing. You can see it moving that around, and those are long, so I don't want to have to trim them down a little bit, but I don't want to get up there and have to fight with them. I don't have a second hand to help me hold the other end down. So sometimes that's all if I just had one person just to put their finger on the other end. It'd make my life a lot more simple, but life is not Burger King, and you can't always have it your way, remember? The king put a crown of thorns upon his head. He's the king, so. But no, much agape, guys. This ministry is a tremendous thing for me. And I know you might not have the understanding of how much it means to me, but it truly is it's in an abundance to where I would go stir crazy out here. all this work that I do, and I know it's not in vain. One day there will be people who will show up out here. Might be 10 years from now. I don't care. It's already been 10. Decamite, a double dose of it. Who knows? Father's timing is where he has an issue. No, well, I have an issue that he doesn't. His timing's perfect. My timing's completely off. So I'm in always I'm not patient like it says. I need to be more patient. If I need to wait 20 years, it's 20 years. Remember 10, what's 10 years when you're an eternal being? So, but I do appreciate this ministry tremendously and all the people here that have stayed with the ministry, the body of this, the body of the church. The body is the church. When he says eat my body, he's not talking about his body in scripture that the mass say, the eating of flesh. He's talking about the church. Remember, he is the high priest of the temple. We are the body. Remember, the body, eat my body, drink my blood. That's not what he eat the blood. Go through the suffering, the baptism. So thanks for going through it with me. The fiery trials, remember? Trial. So get thrown in a cage. They threw him in a cage. So you guys just see me through some tough times. I'm a bit of a handful, but so was the Messiah. He ate wheat on the Sabbath. He hung out with a tax collector, and he hated taxes. Paul was a murderer. He murdered Christians. He was probably not the best thing to say, but oh well. But that's the truth. Aletheia. If you can't handle it, then go some other ministry, okay? This is the one thing that hopefully that this ministry you can come here and glean and take, and then be charitable with what you learn here with others. You're not supposed to just hide it. You're supposed to boasting because is another thing. Don't boast because you've been shown the narrow way. Show people to the narrow way. Everybody. Most people are the broad way. So what are you waiting on? If you deny me in front of your friends and your family, he said, I'll deny you in front of my Father. So hallelujah. It's what we share here. Charity, right? Charity with the word. Food is important, so maybe we'll have extra abundance here, guys. Again, I'm trying to grow a lot of this too for the chickens, so they've got extra food. I want to hit them hard, so I got to get the eggs. I want the eggs. I want to freeze dry all that protein. Man, I got to get the freeze dryer out here ASAP. Well, I got to get the freaking power in before I went to the depot yesterday too, guys, and got the rest of hopefully enough sticks to get myself far enough in. I might have to buy one or two more. I'm not sure, but they're something like $45 a stick, so they're quite expensive. So something, what do I get there, like 15 or something like that? I don't know, something, yeah. So, but anyways, thank you, Father, for the ability to grow out here in this garden and be in this high desert and be right on the edge of the Summer Lake. I got lakes right out here, reservoirs. The Crater Lake is right down the road, not that far. That's this Anna Reservoir over here, spring fed by Crater Lake. So it right with the lateral, all this is connected. So it's a beautiful spot. And as soon as we get the well done out here too, we'll be planting trees like galore. I'll be planting more trees than Oregon. For every one tree they take, they plant 3. So I'm in the tree state is what I call it, but I'm not organized. Well, I have been. I'm not an Oregonian. So what are you growing? Put in the chat what you're growing. What are you growing? What are you going to be charitable? You going to have abundance this year? I'm growing some mix. There's onions. I put onions in with some stuff. Like there's an onion growing with broccoli. There's an onion growing with peas. I get it mixed up. I have one of them. See if I get a little flavor. Make it spicy. Oh. All right, Father. Thank you for shadow banning this ministry. Keeping it tight. Get it right. Get it tight. So. I wonder how many eggs we're going to get today. We got 9 yesterday. 9 eggs. We got 15, but some of them are still coming in to starting to lay. You know, it's the first part of the season here. So, what are you guys up to? Man, they're not sending nobody to the chat, are they? That's all right. Whatever. They don't want you to be self-sufficient. They don't want you to grow now. Must have been something. Must have been that thing that I said, the M word, that Paul, what he did for the church. So he did. Mass in mass effect. Living large in mass in charge of full effect. You say broke without knowing the Osia. I do shows from here to Nova Scotia. Ripping shit. Karen. Tomatoes, potatoes, lettuce, cabbage, peppers, beans, carrots. Most of these are coming from territorial seed. Outstanding. They got the best seeds, man. If you ordered those, Don, and you sprout those yourself, I'm telling you, you should have good success. Just keep your parameters, you know what I'm saying? Make sure they stay warm, you know, a little bit warm, not overly warm. And I bet you I had super success with their seeds. They do. If you put the right parameters at them, it's not rocket science, you're in control, I'm sure, you know, you'll be able to keep them just a little bit warm, man. And I'll tell you what, every one of those things should pop. So, always had, like these are all, look at those popping. This Augustin farm, I didn't do any. I'm keeping my territorial this year. I will. I'm going to go, like I said, every other year. Last year I did. I'll kind of hold on this year. This year I used the Augustin farm, you know. I take off. I also use what is it? Oh goodness, I've said it on here before. Nice. True Leaf Market is the other company that I use, and I've had excellent success with them too. Like 99% from them, especially in sprouting, because sprouting you mass sprout, mass germination. Basically, your seed trays are just mass germination is what you're doing when you grow microgreens. We've never grown microgreens. That's a great way to crush a bunch of nutrition. Oh, that's something I need to start too. Lentils. I need to get some lentils. I got lentils. I just do a grip load of lentils for the chickens. Do them a tray of microgreens for the chickens. I have to wait a little bit longer in the season. Like I said, it's still, we were 19 degrees out this first, in the AM today, first part of the day. So, all right. So thanks for growing food. Those of you who are self-sufficient, the rest of you guys are like a slave to the system. You're not self-reliant, and you're going to depend on the system. Like diapers, it depends. You're like a child. Grow up, grow your own food, grow. Write to know, read to grow. Oh, start growing what you can grow in your area, in your grow zone. Oh, I love it. These people read McDonald's, and I'm over here eating golden butt nuggets out here in the high desert and planting greens. As a matter of fact, I hate every color except for green. I used to, kid. I. So, TrueLeafMarket.com. Oh. Go check them out. Go check out Territorial Seed Company out of Oregon. They're an Oregon-based company. Some of the best seeds on this rock that you walk. Both of them very similar, grown for the climates. They harden the seeds for the zone that you're in. Not just grow them for certain zone. One zone. They're grown for certain zones, and certain zones through years are hardened. That's why you don't become a green thumb overnight. I might lose all this because of one cold night. How about a hail plan? You got a hail plan? That's why I'm putting a roof on this thing. What the hell? Hey, it won't take that. I mean, I don't know. Too big a hail, that won't last, will it? Oh, hell no. HAIL. You have a hail plan? H-E double toothpicks, hell? No, not that one. My mom used to say that. But she's a pagan, so is everybody. Everybody I know is a pagan. All my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Remember that song? Ah, heathens. Heathen, people of the dirt. People who love dirt lovers. Father doesn't want us to love the dirt. Father wants us to love the word. Got some peas going back there. I'm going to hopefully let those grow out of there and hang that up in here. I got to find a hook, like hooked on phonics work for me. So, but again, out here in the garden, guys, thought to give you brothers, sisters that are part of the ministry a little bit of an update here. Show you what I got done out here. I'm glad to have got these repotted. Now it's like, hopefully it doesn't get too cold. You know, like I said, I can probably cover this. I'll figure something out. I'll throw a big old blanket over it or something. What's going on? 19. We're out here hanging out in the garden. Out here in the outdoor garden. It's got the wall with the wood stove in it. The whole 9 yards. Get it? 9 yards. Oh, just kidding. But we're growing. We did it. Got it planted today. So all this stuff will hopefully pop. All these will start growing. These big old baskets instead. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing them in containers like this because I need to be able to move them if I need be. So, yeah, it's an outdoor greenhouse that I built out of cooler doors. You know, like you go into the cooler. So I got a set of them, and so it's a 6-door outdoor cooler. Well, outdoor garden. Check it out. I like to repurpose everything. So right here you see there's a wall that's full of lava rock in there. And so over on this side, you start a fire when it gets cold at the first part of the day at the end of the season. Once we get past the summer, I won't have to use this, but I figure at the very end of the season, if we get a short season, I can light this in there. Here, let's open this up. I'll open this up and show you. If you look in here, see, behind there's all rock. It's all filled with rock and concrete, lava rock and big pieces of rock and concrete to fill the whole thing. So it creates thermal mass. I threw some block behind there just for more, but it's all, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to come in here and do a little bit more work. When I lit a fire, I noticed one little leak. So, yeah, there you go. So thermal mass for just the first few hours of the day, you know, at the end of the season when it gets cold. I just thought maybe get some obsidian in here. Look at that. Shiny. Some more in here too, but I didn't clean it all off yet. But there's the flue with a stovepipe. Stovepipe come at the end, and down here by this. Yeah, I do all this. Yeah. So, but here's the little shelves. I put little rocks into the wall and little shelves to put little candles and stuff on. You know, little things for you to put your little tea light candle or put your adult beverage right there and hang out by the. You still light a fire in there after hours. You know, after hours, kind of. We're gonna do a floor out of this same block here. We got more. We do all the concrete work out here. So normally I don't allow any color out here, but I kind of like this. We're gonna paint some flowers on there since a garden. Leave that little tin. We got the same color tin. This comes from the valley. There were like 3 hay barns out in this valley that had this seafoam green. We put it in the Rusty Dragon too. So, but it's that metal to keep that, you know, the flue on that side to keep the heat away from the lid in there. That's going to be it's like a Lexan. But anyways, we're gonna build another wall, build an outdoor garden right here. All this hoping to extend this wall out and build out from here. That's back looking at the ministry. But let's go back in here and look at the garden again real quick. again, you know, cooler doors, these are the ones that are magnetic. So just see that? They stay shut. They're all magnetic. So yeah, I don't like to paint anything. So see what I'm saying? It's corrugated tin from the that I put behind it so that once the heat doesn't hit that end of the, I might even put a piece of uh, tin right there on that strip first and not plastic, and then put this, you know, I have sheets of this here. I got some other kind. Don't buy that other kind at Home Depot. Don't buy that stuff from Israel. Buy this. So, but yeah. So it had that seafoam green on it. Like I said, same thing on this end. You can see this from the other end. It's that seafoam green. So I'll probably paint some flowers on there. Like my mom was really good at painting that style, you know, whatever. I probably can do it. I'm just not, it's something later down the road. I thought I could do it just because it's a garden out here. So some more concrete. I might put, if this gets too warm back here, I might put a concrete, you know, on there, but I want it to radiate heat at first. I'm not going to be putting, you know, shouldn't get that hot. So not hot enough to hurt anything. So, and again, it's all concreted in. See, all that block I built it with rock, and then put this lid over the top, you know, so make a good germination station if you heated it up. So, but I could extend out from here, you know, could always extend out. I just basically started with these poles like this and nailed these cooler doors. As you can see, they still got all the electrical in them. So, but it's a good setup. I like how it worked out. So there's a little bit of work to get it done, but it's a nice building. It looks okay out here. I said I'm kind of picky about just throwing anything out here. I want to make sure it all goes with the layout, so to speak. It looks like it's been here for hundreds of years. I'm a high-tech redneck. I got cooler doors for who uses cooler doors to make a garden? I do. Why would you not? Could you think of a better purpose for them? 6-door cooler. That way, if I wanted to extend it out that way, I can open up those doors and keep going that way with it, or this direction. It gives me options, man. I got options. I could go this way or I could go that way. All I can do is open the doors or shut the doors. So, but hey, it's just like I said. I looked online to see if anybody had ever done it. I'm like, oh, has anybody ever put a wood stove built into a wall to heat as a thermal mass? And because I knew if I put that wood stove inside here, it would heat this thing out of house and home, right? So, like, oh no, put it behind there, and then, you know, heat this as a thermal mass. Don't allow the heat to come in and just directly radiate, but heat the mass as a whole, and then let it keep its temperature over time. Should keep it above, you know, freezing in the fall. It's built for the fall. You know what I'm saying? I didn't build it for now. I mean, you could use it now or whatever, but you wouldn't need, you know, so. But I looked online to try to find somebody who's done this, and I hadn't found that it had ever been done. So nothing like that. No fireplace built into wall, thermal mass, garden, outdoor. Like, no. Sometimes you just send it. That's what a redneck does. They just build it. They don't ask. They build. It's what a man does. I thought that's what men do in this day and age. Oh, wait. They don't do that anymore, do they? They go to work and pay the man. Build a slave labor concentration. Well, they're camping at work, always camping. Most people don't like to work, so. Yeah, well, there you go, too, and it gives you the option. So I don't have to use propane. If I need to use propane in here, if it's not available, exactly 19 AI. Advanced intelligence, not artificial. A19I. Get it? Like the Vidco? Get out of here. Fuck out of here. So, thanks for coming back in. So, but anyways, I did, these are all repurposed slats that I used as well. I put this blocking, as you can see up in here. So it should be pretty much pretty close to air, not totally airtight, but you know, I might have to stuff a little, I'll probably use steel wool, or whatever, maybe a little bit of insulation in some of the crevices or whatever, but it should do pretty good at keeping some temperature. And again, it's just all repurposed material. Again, this side is these are sliding glass doors. You know, big, thick sliding. These are heavy sliding glass doors, not some thin. They're double pane, you know. And then I wedge them into, you know, between the two. And then let's go out here and show you. Nailed it to this frame. You know, built the frame. Hold that, and then nailed. And then I've got a header, you know, front and back. If it's steep, I put a bigger, taller header. See, a taller header over here to give it some pitch so it'll drain this way. You know, it's got a little bit of a pitch to it. Little tails hanging off. So I could put a gutter up there. You know what I'm saying? Then I could put a rain gutter up there, do water catchment, and then refeed this back. Once I put this edge out here, I'll put it just a little bit past that, you know, and that will hold that rain, you know, so I can catch all that water and I'll be able to feed it back, you know, and use that for don't waste any water. Eventually I want every surface out here to have, you know, everything that's pitched to have a gutter on it. So, but yep, just built out of repurposed material, concrete. The kitties, Mr. Yasher Boy used to love to hang out up there. I miss him a whole lot. He used to hang out up on top of there. That was his spot. So it's flat up there. It's all sealed up too. If you could see back in there, but it's all, you know, kind of an oddity like myself. So who puts rocks inside the wall? Why wouldn't you just add a rock to the wall? Make them stick out of the wall. See, like that? I probably should. I really wish that I would have before. I had some pins, like, and I also have railroad ties. I really wish I would have stuck some railroad ties, let them stick out, so you could have hung some. That's all right. I'll know when if I extend out here. I'll remember next time. So, but yeah, that's the. Here, I'll give you a shot of it from this side here. Here's a shot of this side where the cooler doors are at. Or no, that's excuse me, that's the slider doors. So that's how I redo everything out here. I like to repurpose everything. We just got an old trailer and started painting that trailer, and we'll eventually bury that trailer. You'll never see it out here. Kind of like the rusty butterfly back there. That's actually not a building. That's a travel trailer that I built a building around the travel trailer. Same way I built this building, almost, pretty much. But there's an actual little travel trailer inside of that, buried. So we're gonna bury the 1978 single wide that we got out here, but it'll be a start. So that's how I do everything. I repurpose everything. Reduce, renew. Don't tell me you're green. Get out of here, Greta Thunberg. Whatever, dude. You too, and Mr. Global, your children will never see snow again. Mr. Al Gore, rhythm is a dancer. You don't know green until you repurpose everything. Renew, recycle, upcycle, recycle, reduce, repurpose. Father loves it when you do that. He doesn't like big, tall, you know, buildings and, you know, now on capitalism and all that. He likes when we use our resources. So waste not, want not, gluttony, as most people are very gluttonous. So these plants will use more water than I will. My animals use more water than I will. So what are you growing? You better get growing out of here. Oh, might have to grow some medicinals in here too for the end of the season. We got none yet, but we might. We just might. Oh, we did. We grew some in here last year. Some herbs. Word to herb, play tricks on your nerves. I got a lot of nerve damage. So helps quite a bit. All right, every time I come in here, I lose you guys. Nobody wants to hang out in the garden with me. How come you guys want to hang out in garden and talk about the garden? You guys want to just World of Warcraft, Call of Duty? Is it all about Kim Kardashian's butt or something? What's more important, how big her butt is today, or growing food for your neighbors, having extras? All right, guys, I'm gonna grab my water, go back inside for a little bit, sit down. I've been standing up. I've just bent over and redid all these, potted all these. So I'm gonna take a break. Probably make myself some lunch here in a little bit. Yeah, but still try to grow something. Anything in a pot, though. You know what I'm saying? Up on the windowsill. So even just a little bit of lettuce or something. Grow something, 19. You know what I'm saying? Get something going in your windowsill. Anything is better than nothing. Everything's expensive at the store. Tell me just one tomato plant's not worth trying to grow, or one, some chives, or some, like I said, some cilantro in your windowsill, coriander, something, you know what I'm saying? All right, do something. Help cut that bill out. And I understand it's not easy, but there's a lot of things you can grow inside. You could sprout a lot of things too. Microgreens. If you're in a kind of a controlled in a building where you got so much stable temperature, you can grow tons of microgreens. They're really a good option. So I'll stay here. I'll give you more ideas. I got more. Man, I got so many ideas. I really wish I could do all the things that I thought I wanted to do, but I just can't. So, but yeah, no. Remember, microgreens are something that you can plant those in trays. So those something you can grow up on at the edge of a window. So you could grow sprouts inside a jar. Remember, you put sprouts inside a jar and grow that. My mom used to grow beans or whatever sprouts for salads and stuff. You can grow amaranth, lentils, sprouts. Lentils are super cheap. So I'll always strive to give you options, man. I'm not some perfect person. I can't. I wish I had 2 or 3 more people out here. I do so much more. On the back of this property, I have a garden that's, like this tank's all buried in the ground. It's dug out, 40 feet, and it's 10 feet across. It was about 8 feet. It's about 6 now. A lot got knocked back in there over time, but that would be a massive underground geothermal under the ground, so you could grow year round out here. So but use what you can. Do what you can. That's what I do. I'm trying to do what I can with what I got. Oh, look at all my ladies up here. All my ladies. All my ladies. Oh, hold on here. Look at all the birds we got up here. What you doing, girls? What you doing? Hey, girls. What are you doing, pretty girls? What are you doing? They probably follow me up the darn stairs. What are you doing, girls? Look at them all just sitting there looking at me. Golden butt nuggets coming today. So I had some egg salad sandwiches for lunch, for breakfast is what I made. What are you doing, ladies? You out here free ranging? Get quail. Quail's a great source of protein, and you can eat quail too, and they don't make any noise. A lot of places that won't allow birds, like fowl, they will allow to have quail, and you can still get lots of quail eggs. People raise quail indoors in apartments. What are you doing, pretty girl? What are you doing, sweetheart? What are you doing?
You're the prettiest girl ever. You're so pretty. You're so pretty girl. You look healthy. You look healthy. So just hanging out here in the high desert. This is the rusty cowboy behind me. This is where we do all live streams. We're getting ready to move the ministry over to the other building here in the next. We'll see quail eggs. If you can't do chickens, I understand. A lot of places won't have you let you have chickens. That doesn't mean you can't grow quail. And you put them in small boxes, and they're not super messy. They don't stink. Chickens got to smell. Chickens do smell. You raise chickens outdoors. I had these birds inside. Some of these birds, they've known me for years. I've had them, a couple years now. They're going on like this lady here. I raised her inside. She knows who I am. They follow me around like freaking puppies if I start walking around. But I raised them all inside this building when they were molting when I got them, and they just couldn't make it without feathers. They needed to have, so I brought them inside for a few months. They lived inside with me, and they don't smell good, and they make a mess. Quail aren't like that. So rabbits are another great option. You can make with 10 rabbits, seven bucks and 3 does. You can make as much meat as a cow. What are you doing, girl? What are you doing? You trying to peck at my shoes? What are you doing, sweetheart? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh man, I'm gonna pull that generator out real quick. Hold on, I want to go pull this generator out of the vehicle. See if that one will fire up. I know the other one went. Hey, that was right in my ear, knucklehead. That was loud. You have a really loud bark. Oh, apologize. The hook came off the. Give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get a little bouncy. Okay, will it fire up when it's cold? Hopefully one of these will fire up first pull, or second or third. The other one wasn't working, but I got to get him serviced. Probably maybe shouldn't have bought him this way, but I ended up getting another generator. And I think I'm gonna try to sell one of them at least. That's how I work in my life. That's just the way it works. Which one's gonna work? On. Choke is forward, right? Choke. Because I'm gonna set you down. 1 second over here. Set you down. Give me 1 second here. Flipping rights, boys. So we got one that's decent. The other one wasn't working. So, but he said they hadn't been started in a while. I brought some clear gas, and I got one of them to start. The other one I couldn't get to keep running. I did get it to start. I didn't put it under load. I probably should have done that. You can have service if need be. That's how every Honda should start. Okay, I feel all right for my purchase. So I got these yesterday, guys. Mine, I can't get the pull cord, so I'm going to have to send it out for service. And I have another one, a bigger 33,000, that bigger one. Not a newer one, but all right. Now this one would start, and I know it's not. I really wish it would, but I think it might be just a spark plug or something, you know. Choke. Off. It should start on the full purse pull. So I'm thinking maybe spark plug, you know, maybe what's going on with the plug on this one. Start there and see what the plug looks like. That's how I normally start. I'm not super electronically massive, you know. Look at this massive tractor seat. It's a pretty good size one. That's a pretty big cauldron too. Look at that big old cauldron. So, all right. Now I got it to run with some starty fluid, you know. Some starting fluid, but let me see if I can find a screwdriver in my trailer here. There's a flathead in here. Come on, flathead. Uh-oh. Nope. All right, we're not having any luck here. We'll have to go another. I'm gonna go another. Put it in go in the garage here. So, I figure I'm gonna have to take it in and have one service, but I knew that when I went out there. Like I said, I got the one to start. Let me see these two. See if this bad boy will start. I don't know if this one's got gas in it. Probably not. I don't think this has any gas in it. I bet you it doesn't have gas in it. Let's put some gas in that. Start that bad boy up. Let's get it started in here. Oh, hey, you're just walking around with me today. So if it's grainy and bouncy, too bad. It's HD for high desert, not high definition. Get it? HD. Fat is where it's at. That's the best part of the meat, was the fat. But this little 600 the other day. Clear gas. Whoop, bouncy. Man, I hate these stupid gas things. You think she'll run now? Put enough fuel in there, eh? Come on, baby. one's pretty quiet. It's almost as quiet as that Honda. Made the mark for a Yamaha. It was cold. Getting the generator started here. Only a little Predator start. Turn it on. There we go. Getting a little power surge on that one. All right, my apologies. You guys just got to deal with it. I'm working. Don't believe me, just watch. Oh. All right. So, once again, let's turn this one on. That's how that one should start. So if it's not starting, there's something going on. So let's go get some starting fluid. Let's open it up. Look at the screen on it. I didn't do any of that yesterday. Look at the filter. Can have a clog filter. I had some. Didn't have some starting fluid out here somewhere, or some brake cleaner or something. There we go. Parts cleaner, that'll work. It's not as good, but let's see if we get this. A screwdriver, a flathead. We're in the garage, We don't need one that darn big, do we? That'll work. Let's see. Any more flatheads in here? Probably all Phillips because I need a flathead, huh? Phillips. Flathead. Another flathead. Let's use this one here. Okay. We're in the garage. Going back out. Actually, let's bring some tools with us. See, might be able to pull that plug. Let's see what we got going with the plug. Grab some tools here. What's going on with you guys? What are you doing? How you doing? Apologize for the bounciness. Oh, look at that. Get the sun behind me there. We're working on the generators. Working on the generators. What was this? We just got a message. Marfugal News. Huh. Okay. Let's open her up here. Let's see what we got. Oh, man. Okay. Opening up the Hondas. Honda. And then the Honda. Okay, let's open this up. Let's check the oil. If it doesn't have enough oil in it, it won't start. That's a fail safe Honda has. Let's check our oil and see how much oil we got in her. Oh yeah, she's full. She's leaking now. Should have tilted her back there. All right. Well, now we know the oil's full enough. At this point, it looks like it. A little overfilled, huh? What do we got here? Oh, that's clean. That's not a good sign. That's clean too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, boys. Apologize. Just sit down 1 second.